Hello astrology lovers. So in this new video we are going to talk about the Scorpion ascendant or the Scorpion rising sign, and in particular we are going to talk about the professions that are best suited or that these Scorpion ascendants are likely to get into. Now I have already made two videos on the Scorpio ascendant. One is a approximately 48-minute video wherein I had discussed the Scorpion ascendant in detail, in which I had revealed that what the Scorpio personality is all about. In that very video, I had revealed for the first time on YouTube those secrets about the Scorpio personality, what is the astrological reasoning, what makes these Scorpion ascendants very determined, very passionate, very intense, very fanatically tenacious, much to the point that these people cannot accept defeat and would go to extremes in order to accomplish their goals. In that video, I have told the secret that whatsoever is the life pattern of this Scorpion ascendant is, no matter how much of a chaotic or a turbulent time this Scorpio ascendant goes through his life, but he ultimately shines. He ultimately ends up as a winner. He ultimately shines up as a star in his professional career at the end, even after facing those chaotic or the turbulent or the demanding situations in his life. And I have supported those viewpoints with the proper astrological reasoning. Then I had made another video, which is a 43-minute approximate video, in which I had discussed the inclinations of the Scorpion ascendant, and I had discussed the romance and the marriage life of this Scorpion ascendant in detail. So after watching this particular video, I urge you individuals that please go and watch those two videos, because in those two videos, now I am not going to talk about every precise detail in this video, because that has already been explained in great detail in those very videos. So if you watch those two videos after watching these videos, you will be able to understand what I have taught in this video on a much more deeper level. On a much more deeper level, you will be able to associate that why these Scorpion ascendant are likely to get into all those professions that I would tell you in this particular video. Now this is the chart for the Scorpio ascendant, and you all know that the way we go about studying this chart for the Scorpion ascendant is that since the symbol 8 is written in the first house for the Scorpion ascendant, so we consider that the energy of the original 8th house comes into the first house for the Scorpion ascendant. Similarly, as we move into the anti-clockwise direction, the energy of the original 9th house comes into the second house for the Scorpion ascendants. Similarly, the energy of the original 10th house comes into the third house for these Scorpion ascendants. And as we move into the anti-clockwise direction, we end up with the 12th house for the Scorpion ascendants having the energy of the original 7th house. So this is the basic fundamental theory or principle that will help us in analyzing any area of chart of this Scorpion ascendant. And although I have reiterated how to go about reading any chart of an ascendant, I have made many videos. So you might, if you are my follower or you have watched some of my other videos, then you must be familiar with the way we go about reading the Vedic charts. So anyways, coming to the professions that these Scorpion ascendants are likely to get in, what is happening here is that just as I told you, that for the Scorpion ascendant, the energy of the original 8th house is coming into the first house of personality and traits. And what is the 8th house? What is the original 8th house in astrology all about? And many of you who have watched my 8th house astrology videos must be aware of what the original 8th house in astrology is. Anyways, I'll tell it all over again. Well, 8th house is the house in astrology. 8th house is the house which represents the sudden ups and downs in our life. 8th house is the house of sudden upheaval, sudden unpleasant or chaotic situations that nobody other than the Scorpion ascendant or nobody other than the person who is a dominant 8th house personality can handle. 8th house represents events that only a Scorpion ascendant or the dominant 8th house personalities can handle, and nobody other them is skilled or nobody other them has that kind of endurance and fortitude to deal with the turbulence and the chaotic situations that the 8th house presents. 8th house represents situations, like I told you that it governs the events in our life that are marked by sudden ups and downs, which are very unpleasant for us to cope up with. So 8th house represents situations wherein you might be operating like a king, or you might be operating like one of the most respected and one of the most respected or one of the most rich individuals in your town, and suddenly when you pass through the Dasha period of the 8th house Lord, something happens that all of a sudden you go into debt, your entire property is put on mortgage, and there could be even worse situations wherein you might not be in a financially sound condition that you can repay the loan that you had taken from banks. So it can land you up in total bankruptcy, wherein the property that you had put on mortgage was confiscated. Just look at the ups, up and down in the situation. Look at the upheaval in the situation. One day you were working as one of the most respected and rich men in your town, and the other day you were down there. As a pauper. You were down there living in a hut or a shack. 8th house represents situations wherein you were like a star shining up there in the sky, and when you pass through the 8th house Dasha period or Dasha period of the 8th house Lord, then something happens then that you find yourself unlike the star that you were before shining in the sky. Unlike that, you find yourself working in that pit underground. 8th house represents situations wherein you might be healthy and hearty throughout your life. Wherein you might be healthy, hearty, fun-loving. You might be an individual who is filled with zeal, enthusiasm, a lot of fire and ignition, and you might be one of those individuals who might want to love every second of your life. But when you pass through the Dasha period of the 8th house Lord, suddenly something happens that suddenly it could practically be anything. You could there could be a demise of somebody in your family which could bring upon you a lot of responsibility, or you could have to go through a hard time, or there could be a situation that although you were enjoying your life, you were on a merry-go-round ride for a life, and suddenly this 8th house Dasha period kicked in, and you were diagnosed with a chronic illness that completely took away the fun element from your life, and you became all melancholy and gruesome. There could be situations wherein you could be a topper, wherein you could be a person who had been a topper throughout his academic career, but suddenly when you pass through this 8th house Dasha period, something happens that you out of unwillingness, you out of your unwillingness or force have to give in your desires, have to surrender yourself to the tough situations that the life may present before you, and you may have to drop out of the school or college you might be studying in. 8th house represents situations. 8th house represents situations wherein you have to go through the sudden transformations like this. Wherein let's suppose if you are a person enjoying your job, it is mostly during the 8th house dasha period that the people lose their jobs, or they face the sudden problems. They come across the sudden problems in their professional career, and that is why 8th house is designated this status of a malefic house in Vedic astrology. It is even more malefic than the 12th house or the 6th house. 6th house and 12th house, I feel, are not even half malefic as compared to the malefic energy of the 8th house. But here's the thing. Now I told you that these people might go through all these events, all these sudden transformations, much because 8th house is the house of chronic illnesses. 8th house is the house of sudden ups and downs. 8th house is the house of situations wherein your property on mortgage might be confiscated. Then 8th house, then from 8th house is also called the house of death and rebirth. That is situations that are very difficult, that are like a death and rebirth pattern. That is your life turns by 180 degree all of a sudden. So 8th house represents situations like this. But you know what happens with these scorpion individuals? For these scorpion individuals, they may go through this. They may go through these unpleasant situations at some or the other point in their life. And when that particular situation is going to come in, that is all decided by the planetary placements or which dasha period you are going through. Now you might be a Scorpion ascendant, and you might go through all those upheavals or turbulent situations after 50, or you may be going through all those sudden events at the age of 15. That all is deciphered when you precisely look at all the aspects that are there in astrology, and when you look at the planetary placements and the dasha periods and the yogas and all the stuff like that. It is by looking at those nuances of astrology that you can point out that when those sudden upheavals are going to happen in your life. But you know what happens with these Scorpion individuals? That although these Scorpion individuals would go through the unpleasant situations in their life, these situations would go through the sudden transformations, sudden unpleasant situations in their life. But after going through, but they go through so much of chaos in their life that there comes a moment when no traumatic situation baffles them or ruffles them anymore. These people become sort of very passive to the tough times, passive to the inconvenient situations. Those inconvenient situations are no longer inconvenient situations for them. Even these people get skilled. That these people get so skilled at taking care of those turbulent situations that they are able to find the ray of light even in one of the most horrendous and the dark situations that a life may present. And it is at this time that they unleash the animal in them. It is at this time that they unleash the Scorpio insect. That is representative of this. That is representative of this ascendant. It is at this point when these people say that nothing is there in life that is impossible for me. I can accomplish any task. I can walk on the fireballs. I can conquer any mountain, any mountain of any height. I can basically do anything. That is labeled as insurmountable or invincible by the normal human beings. I have it in me to achieve the impossible, and it is governed by the water sign, the Scorpion ascendant. And water, as I told in the previous episode, is that formidable force that water is not to be taken lightly. Water is that formidable force that it can cause the shifting of land, and it can even suppress fire. So these Scorpion ascendants are not to be taken lightly. These ascendants at one point become lethal. They become so powerful. They become so motivational that they are able to see that tiny ray of light even in the dark situations, nothing in the life stymies or baffles them anymore. And this is the reason why some of these scorpion personalities at some point in their life they turn out to be motivational gurus, or they turn out to be spiritual masters, or they turn out to be good counselors at some point or the other in their life. Because when they see people going through such similar tough situations in their life, and unnecessarily brooding too much over those unpleasant situations that are going through the life of the individuals that they come across, it is at this point that the Scorpion ascendant tells them that, hey buddy, this is just a minor injury, this is just a minor problem that you are going through. You need not make it so big that you capacitate that problem to take over your whole life. Look what trauma and chaotic situations I went through in my life, and am I not shining like a star today? Am I not at the apex of the professional? Am I not at the apex of the professional sphere today? So you need to believe in yourself. You need to believe in the philosophy. You need to believe in the belief systems that you are brought up with. So this is the point when they end up counseling people, when they end up providing some kind of the motivational or the spiritual lessons to the other people who are enduring some kind of the other suffering. Now this was the gist of the Scorpion ascendant, and now I will talk about the specific professions. I gave you this introduction because this will help you in analyzing that why these Scorpion ascendants are good at those professions. So Scorpions are always driven into professions. These people are skilled at taking care of professions which involve a lot of ups and downs. These people always are skilled at handling situations that a normal person would not like to associate himself with. These people are seen into professions that a normal individual highly likely are the chances that a normal individual does not have a liking or inclination for all those professions, because all those professions demand a high degree of squeamishness, a high degree of determination, a high degree of go-getter attitude, a high degree of unpleasant upheavals that are to be taken care of. And this Scorpion ascendant, no other sign in this zodiac other than the Scorpion ascendant is skilled at handling those situations. So these people make one of the excellent surgeons. The best surgeons in Vedic astrology are the Scorpion ascendants, because when you are a surgeon, you are cutting the body with a knife, and you are seeing, you may come across situations wherein bodies may be brought to you people in such bad conditions that the organs, you can see the organs coming out of that body, or you are about to treat a body that is on the verge of death. So these are the unpleasant situations that only a surgeon can handle. So being a surgeon is one profession that these ascendants are really good at. Then along with surgeons, the people who are ambulance drivers, the people who work as an assistant staff with the doctor in the intensive care unit or the operation theaters are also seen by this Scorpion ascendant. And why ambulance drivers? Because even an ambulance driver has to come across very tough situations wherein you are either taking a person who is about to die to the hospital, wherein you may come across situation wherein the person who you are taking to the hospital dies while you are on the way, and you have unpleasant sights where everybody around you is moaning and crying. So those are the unpleasant situations that nobody would like to come across. Then these people make excellent sexologists, because 8th house, as I told you in the previous episode, that 8th house is the house of eighth house is the house from where we see that how sexually active your life is, not from the seventh house but from the eighth house. So these people make excellent sexologists, these people make excellent sex therapists. So Scorpio is that sign that that while you, because let us analyze what happens in the clinic of a sex therapist. When you go to a sex therapist, or you might be telling those fine dirty little secrets, or you might be revealing those embarrassing detail or sexual fantasies of yours to that sex therapist. This is a situation that doesn't deter, that doesn't baffle up a Scorpion ascendant. In fact, he takes it up as a challenge, and he is able to work out some kind of a therapy for you, some kind of he may treat you with medication. Therapists don't deal with medication, obviously, most of the times, but they are able to find out that what is exactly the cause of the sexual dysfunctioning, or the any problem related to this sex life that you might be going through, and he is able to provide a counseling for the same. Then these people make excellent gynecologists. Why? Because gynecologist is a profession that not only is related to the sex life or the sexual organs, but gynecology is a profession wherein you are controlling the birth of an individual, and 8th house is the house of death and rebirth. That is why these people make excellent sexologists, sex therapists, gynecologists, and even these people make the excellent psychiatrists and psychologists. These people work so meticulously, work so squeamishly, that they have the determination to trace out the cause of something that might be underpinning, that might be transpiring within your body, but you are not able to see it. So that's why these people end up counseling people. These people end up in the fields of psychology, or they end up as psychiatrists, because this is one field wherein you are, let's suppose you are a dentist, or you are an ophthalmologist, the one who takes care of the eyes. I don't know if I pronounced the term correctly. Or you are a dermatologist. Then you can obviously see that what is going wrong with the skin, or the eye, or the ear, or any teeth, or any such particular organ that you might be specialized in treating in. But this is one profession, that psychology and being a psychiatrist, wherein you cannot, wherein you are clueless about what exactly is wrong with the psyche of the individual. And it is when this squeamish, when this meticulous, when this scrupulous Scorpion brings his love for research, brings his love for getting to the finest details into play, and he is able to combine science and anatomy with some kind of a work that requires a hell lot of determination, endurance, and fortitude. So this is what makes him an excellent psychiatrist or psychologist. Then these people make excellent embalmers. If I'll write that term, you can Google it up if you want to know about it more. Embalmers. So this is a particular field of medicine wherein you preserve the dead bodies, for the later scientific research, and you use those modern day chemicals to preserve those dead bodies, to later conduct some kind of a biological research on those dead bodies. So these are the people. Now it is being an embalmer. Now fine enough, eighth house is the house of death and rebirth. So it is not only the love, it is not only the love for the issues related to death and rebirth which makes him interested in the profession of an embalmer, because it is quite a what do I say? It is quite a demanding profession, quite a dark profession. But what makes him skilled at this profession is the fact that this person, the Scorpion ascendant, is able. He is very determined. He is able to combine science and the anatomy, the study of the human body. He is able to combine science, anatomy with the work that requires a lot of dedication, precision, squeamishness, that requires a lot of endurance and fortitude. So that is why people who are embalmers are also seen. Then people who are forensic experts are, these people make excellent forensic experts, because these people are not dead bodies don't scare them, because they are obviously interested in finding out the reason behind those transformations, or behind the reason behind the death of the individual. So they are able to use their determination to find out the real cause of death, and those fine pertinent details of the event that might have led to the ultimate death of the individual that they are working on. So forensic experts, embalmers. Then other than that, these people make excellent people who work with the field of medicine, because medicine is one field. Medicine is one field wherein you are constantly researching on inventing something that might prevent death, or that might give you a new life, because eighth house is the house of chronic illnesses, and secondly you are expert at handling the transformation of death and rebirth. Then you are constantly, this is one field wherein you are constantly working on discovering or inventing something that might prevent death, or that might give you a new life when you altogether when that medicine help you recover from a chronic illness. So medicine is one field that these people do exceptionally well in. Now, which particular field of medicine would they be in? Now, as a medicine person, they could be into the trading of medicine. They could be into the marketing of marketing of the sophisticated medical equipments like MRI machines, ECG scanners, body scanners, as you saw in that Pursuit of Happiness, those bone scanners. Then what else? Ventilators and all those sophisticated. You might be into the trading or marketing of the medicine, or all those modern day medical equipments. Or as a medicine person, or as a person associated with medicine, you could be associated with the quality control department of a pharmaceutical company, because you have a penchant for getting to the root of the things. You have a penchant for deciphering out the reason, the real reason responsible for what is happening, which the other people might not be able to get to that root cause, because working with the chemicals and this stuff like that might either scare them, or they may not be that squeamish, meticulous and scrupulous as this Scorpion ascendant is. They may not be determined as the Scorpion ascendant is. So they could be associated with the quality control department of the medicine of a pharmaceutical company as well. Then they could be working as a scientist, because research, getting to the depth of the things, eighth house represents digging into things that are beneath the earth. So you are looking which you can understand that this makes them excellent researchers. Now, this doesn't exactly means or this doesn't necessarily means that you will be searching for something that is beneath the earth, but what it boils down is that you make an excellent researcher who is excellent at observing those fine details with great precision, and you can take care of those little pertinent details. So you could be working as a scientist or a researcher with the pharmaceutical company. Then as a medicine person, what else do I say? Then as a medicine person, you could be working as a doctor. You could be working as a doctor, especially as a sexologist, a gynecologist, a psychiatrist, or a psychiatrist, a sexologist, gynecologist, psychiatrist, psychologist, or a surgeon. These are five professions in the field of being a doctor, because there are about, there are more than 100 verticals associated with the field of this MBBS or being a doctor, and I am narrowing down to only 5. So don't feel that he has told all the things that, so it essentially boils down to being a doctor. No, being a doctor and being in those 5 professions, being in those specific five professions is what the Scorpion Ascendant is essentially good at. So as a medicine person, you could be in the quality control department, you could be a researcher, you could be a scientist in a pharmaceutical company, you could be into the marketing or the trading of the medical equipments or the medicine, or you could be working as a doctor in those 5 particular fields associated with the field of this MBBS. Or being a doctor that I just told you. What else? Then these people could be the one who make the excellent chemical engineers. These are the people, because working with chemicals is obviously, when you are working with those sulfuric acid is like I am an engineer, I can explain you on those terms, but for a layman, sulfuric acid, 1 drop of sulfuric acid can literally just tear apart, can literally just burn your skin, and you would be able to see the bone in your body if even 1 ml of sulfuric acid, 1 ml of concentrated sulfuric acid falls on your body. So such is the risk factor that is involved when you are working with those explosives and chemicals. So people who are working with chemicals, explosives, people who are associated with the chemical industry, then people who are working at the projects like inventing the weapons, or the people who are involved in the projects of atomic energy, or the people if you ever come across a scientist who might be the brainchild behind the defense technology of your country, then search for the chart of that individual, and likely are the chances that he will either be a Scorpion Ascendant, or he will have a high concentration of planets in his 8th house. So these are the people who are seen with this Scorpion personalities. Then these people get into events that are risky in nature, and the reason remains the same, because they are excellent at handling those turbulent situations. So miners, firefighters, sea divers, lifeguards are professions other than that these Scorpion Ascendants are likely to get in, because mining is one profession wherein you are working deep below the earth, and you are into the extraction of metals. You are working in extreme heat, and one single step, mining and being a firefighter, these are 2 professions wherein you make a single mistake and smack, there you go, you just end up claiming your life, and whether you go to heaven or hell, that altogether is a different thing. So these are the 2 or 3 risky professions: miners, firefighters, lifeguards, sea divers. These are the professions that these Scorpion Ascendants are skilled at. Other than that, these people may make these people have a tendency to get to the root of things. So this can make them this makes them exceptionally good as spies or as people who are involved with the defense intelligence units, with the people closely working with the defense intelligence units, like in America it could be RAW, people associated with CBI. CBI is one department in India which works on the similar lines as RAW in America. Then what else? Then these people, other than that, these people could make good investigators. People who just secretly get into, people who are hired by the other individuals to keep a watch on something, or the people who go to some other country to just get to the weak point of that country, so that if that's your enemy country, this person can spy on that country, give you their weak points, and you can plan an attack on that very country, or any such secretive agencies. These are the professions that these Scorpion ascendants are skilled at. Other than that, what else? Many professions. Other than that, these people can be involved in the trading of oil and iron, because these are the two things which are found deep below the earth. Extraction of oil or the extraction of iron, and that is why oil and iron in astrology are represented by Saturn, and this is the reason why Saturn is said to be do excellent when it comes into the 8th house, because Saturn represents things that you get with delay, and when Saturn comes into the 8th house, although it makes your sex life a bit dry, if not supported by other planets, but what it does is that it saves you from the turbulences and upheavals of life. So that is why these Scorpion ascendants do really good into the manufacturing, or as a worker who is into the extraction of metals found deep below the earth. Then people involved in the trading of iron and steel or oil. Other than that, these people can make excellent astrologers, occultists, paranormal sciences, paranormal people working with the occult or the paranormal sciences, because these people are always interested in the dark side of life, in finding out the reason behind that dark side of life, which only accountful people on earth may have an inclination to find out those dark secrets. And being an astrologer, or being an occultist, or being a person who is involved in the paranormal sciences, these professions, all these three professions are kind of very demanding in nature, and I am not boasting of it because I am an astrologer myself. I love this Scorpion ascendant. I am not this Scorpion ascendant, but of course there are other combinations in my chart that make me an astrologer, along with the other business that I do. Anyways, we are straying away from the basic point, but what I was laying here emphasis on the fact that these are the three professions wherein you take a heavy toll on your body, because when you are tapping into those dark secrets, when you want to know the reason behind those dark energies, when you are capacitated, that that what exists after that, what happens after death, and how the birth take place, and all those things, that is, you are in a position to predict the entire life of the individual. So in order to seek those energies, these people sometimes can go to the extent of severely harming their body, wherein they may subject their body to severe penance. severe penance, they may starve themselves, they may fast for days, they may meditate for days without even taking a sip of water. Or these people have kind of a very tough lifestyle. That is why when I make 5-6 astrology episodes on a go, I kind of take a break for a 10-15 days before going back to astrology again, because it kind of mentally takes a great amount of it kind of mentally drains you, because being into these fields, a normal person is not expected to be astrologer or occultist or a paranormal scientist, because we as humans, we live a lifestyle wherein we are addicted to drugs, wherein we are addicted to smoking, wherein we are addicted to alcohol, wherein we are addicted to relationships, wherein we have sex, and all these three professions. In the earlier times, all these three people who were into all those three professions, they used to practice celibacy, and they used to spend great amount of time in loneliness, and there was a strict curriculum that those particular saintly people used to follow, which we as humans don't, and that is why it takes a tough toll on us, and that is why it is recommended to for an astrologer to take a break every now and then. And that is why I don't look at the charts of people. That is the essential reason why I teach astrology, so that I don't have to look at the charts of people. Anyways, let me see if I have covered all this stuff. I have covered surgeons, sexologists, then I have covered things related to medicine, embalmers, and then people who are associated with the those cremation grounds in one form or the other, those people, because here you are handling the issues related to death and rebirth, people associated with the cremation grounds. I have completed the spice, I've completed the chemicals, miners, mortgage. Okay, there was one profession that I missed out on, astrology. Two professions that I missed out on. Then these people, now this is the kind of Mars ruled ascendant. So these people like the Aries ascendant are not inclined towards professions like being a policeman or being in military. These people go into military, or these people go into police, but they will be holding those posts which involve wherein they are making these strategic policies, wherein they are making these strategic plans as to how to attack the territory of the enemy. They would not be the normal soldier who would be loaded with those weapons and dressed up like a gladiator, and they would be going to the border to fight with the enemy. No, these people, you will essentially see those people in more of these strategic positions in military and police. Not the people who go on encounters to kill people, but people who are involved in the strategic planning related to war or related to military and the things like that. Then these people rarely do good as the mortgage officers, because this is one department, mortgage officers, or as a bill collectors. This is one department wherein you need to be very hard-hearted for two reasons. Because firstly, it is very hard to confiscate the property of the individual who has gone bankrupt. It requires a lot of heart, because you already know that that person has nothing to offer you, and you have no choice, and it is your profession to confiscate his property. And the other thing is that people who go bankrupt, some of those people literally surrender, because they don't have anything to give you. But some of those people instead become manipulative and go missing, or they kind of evade you. They kind of give you some kind of threats, or this is one profession wherein you're constantly feel mentally harassed, wherein you might be placing an email to the person who has gone bankrupt, wherein you may be a mortgage officer or a bill collector, wherein you may be calling that individual for 5 hours constantly, and he is not picking your phone up because he has gone missing. And this is where the Scorpion determination comes up, and this is where he says to himself that fine enough, I have dealt with love. Now you will see the animal instincts of the scorpion, and this is where he kind of plans, does the strategic planning to trace out that individual, no matter where is he hiding, or where he has gone missing. He can get two places, because obviously he is good at searching those secrets, and anything dark doesn't scare him. So he is skilled at reaching at those places which the normal person may feel a great degree of hesitation going to those places. So he can even reach to those places in order to get the victim, or the person who is trying to swindle him, or who is trying to indulge in some kind of an extortion or the things like that. Okay.